Alright, it is a new week. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Monday, May the 10th, 2021. I want to start this week off by saying happy birthday to my bro Levi. Doing good up at NGU. So, yeah, for his birthday, we went out to this restaurant, this Italian restaurant, in 5-4 called Napoli, and it was pretty good. I got a chicken parmesan meal. He got a chicken fettuccine alfredo. Pretty good. Yeah, just editing today. For this week, we got a concert tomorrow for the 8th graders and the high school. And then Thursday, we have a battery rehearsal going on for the 2021-2022 Woodruff Cadets percussion section. And then this weekend, we have a big road series at at Kentucky, that honestly we really need to sweep. And another news in baseball, there are a few people who decided to transfer out of the program today, and apparently there's lots of cuts, there's lots of transfers happening all today, including I think outfielder Brandon Fields and pitcher Mag Cotto. So, in which Brandon Fields, he didn't get that much playing time. He hasn't been swinging the bat as great as we wanted, but to be fair, the whole team hasn't this season. The Mag Cotto has pitched some decent outings for us lately. I feel like he's done it fairly recently as well. But it's fine. We're going to be fine. The program is fine. Kingston hasn't lost control of the program. It's just the new norm that's happening across college athletics. If kids aren't going to get playing time, they're going to transfer. And, good luck to them wherever they end up. But yeah. So we got a fully loaded weekend. Let's get it. Alright, it is a brand new day. It is Tuesday, May 11th, 2021. Roughly 3:10 in the afternoon. I'm about to head up to the high school, help set up this 8th grade and high school band concert going on. And also, it's finally time to put a wrap on the Clemson series in baseball. Unfortunately, I can't watch it because it's at 6 o'clock, and so the concert, so I can't watch it, but I'm sure I'll know from Twitter how it's going. But it's a good day to sweep the Tigers. If we win, it's the first sweep since 2014, and if not, who cares? We already beat them 2 out of 3 this year back in February, but all right. It's a good day to be a Gamecock. It's a bad day to be a Tiger. It's a good day to be a Woodruff Cadet and a Wolverine. But let's get it. Dear Lord, gas is really $3.09.
But, I mean, the pipelines and everything.
Yep. Pipeline getting shut down. Have you seen all the memes on Twitter? Not Twitter, Facebook.
No.
Like people just filling up tons of gallons of gas for lawnmowers and putting them in their car. I seen even filling oil drums with gas. Alright, days later, just got home, honestly a while ago from the concert. Good concert. Just saw a little bit of the Cave You Fear, which I actually played that in my freshman year, spring concert, so it was neat hearing that again. But yeah, concert went well. Got back, and didn't really watch the Carolina-Clemson baseball game because I don't have ACC Network Extra. But we ended up losing 7-2, in which wasn't a great game. We left a lot of guys stranded, made some errors that resulted in, Clemson scoring. Won the clean game. Don't want to speak too much on it. I know that Clemson fans are relishing in this win. So good job, guys. Good job for not getting swept. It's still our state. We still got the series dub. So yeah, that'll be it for today. Good day overall. Good concert, and I'm still happy to laugh at Clemson fans trying to celebrate this Because you guys still lost the series. You still lost the series back in February. But have your night, Clemson fans. Have your night. Alright, it is now Wednesday, May the 12th, 2021. Hadn't really been that big of a work day, but it's been a really big news day, which I'll be sharing some of that later. But one piece of news I want to touch on today, which planning on addressing today, but kind of came to, intensified today, and that is that USC President Bob Caslen has resigned today on, May 12th, and it is effective tomorrow, Thursday, May 13th. And according to an email sent out to all of us from Caslen, he resigned due to the loss of trust between USC and himself, with this loss of trust stemming from issues relating to his commencement speech given on Friday, May 7th. In which, I want to talk about that. The first thing that people have issues with is that, commencement, you say I'm proud to call you like alumni of, in my case so far, Woodruff High School, in a few years at the University of South Carolina. Except he didn't say South Carolina, he said the University of California. Had a lot of people be like, whoa, and then laughing, and then they backtracked and said Carolina. I'm sorry, I owe you a push-up.
It's now my honor and privilege to officially congratulate you as the newest alumni from the University of California. Congratulations, and please be seated. Carolina. Sorry about that. Woo! I owe you push-ups.
And I get that this is a big day for the graduates, and it will be a big day when that day comes for me in a few years, but at the end of the day, it's just a gaffe. It's just a gaffe. People who want him to resign over this, were way too sensitive over just, a misspoken word during his speech. I mean, he might owe the students something like a push-up. I mean, more than a push-up, but not a letter of resignation. The bigger issue, however, comes from potential plagiarism that was within his speech, which this is not a great look for, USC and Bob Caslen. What the issue was that he used some quotes from Admiral William McRaven, who most notably known as the leader of the operation that resulted in the death of Osama bin Laden back in 2011.
Know that life is not fair, and if you're like me, you'll fail often. But if you take some risks, step up when times are toughest, face down the cowardly bullies and lift up the downtrodden, and never, never give up. If you do those things, the next generation, the generations to follow, will live in a world far better than the one we have today. And what started here today will indeed change the world for the better.
Know that life is not fair and that you will fail often. But if you take some risks, step up when the times are the toughest, face down the bullies, lift up the downtrodden, and never, ever give up. If you do these things, the next generation and the generations that follow will live in a world far better than the one we have today. And what started here will indeed have changed the world for the better.
And then Caslen sent out an email. Was it Monday? I feel like it was Monday when I was hanging out with Levi. But he sent out an email owning up to everything and apologizing for it all. And then that he said he wished to rebuild trust with the Carolina community and is willing to resign if the Board of Trustees felt he cannot. I mean, honestly, what else would you ask the guy to do? Like, he was definitely, he owned up to his mistake. He owned up to the plagiarism, apologized for it, and said, I want to rebuild the trust, but I will resign if I cannot do so. Like, honestly, what else are you willing to do? Like, what else would you do? Nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. Life is just about how you respond to them. And not to get too political on the vlog, which I'd rather not, but it just feels like Caslen's hire was not the prettiest with, potential influence from Governor Henry McMaster. It was not the cleanest because of all of that. A lot of people were opposed to it because of his potential influence. But it just feels like those people who, the people who don't like Governor McMaster never gave Caslen a shot. And, honestly, it just feels kind of unfair to Bob Caslen to judge him on his hiring. It doesn't matter how good of a job he does. Just, I don't like the guy who might have had influence. even though the governor sits on the board of trustees, based on what I know. So by de facto, you're going to have, influence if you're on the board. That's just called being a board member. But they didn't judge him on his tenure. And honestly, I mean, given the situation that he walked into, he did a pretty good job, I'd like to say. I mean, he became president in like August of 2019. A few months into his tenure, COVID, in which he was one of the first president to shut down his university after being like, yeah, there's problems, we gotta shut down and fix this. And he did a great job leading us through the 2020-2021 year, when many schools such as UNC Chapel Hill and Notre Dame had to close down in the fall because of COVID cases. And honestly, many schools in the Northeast and the Pacific did not even open at all. So he did a pretty good job leading us through COVID. And then also, a point that should, in a lot of people's favor, he fired Muschamp. Which, kind of want to mention that Pastides hired Muschamp. Which, honestly, that wasn't a great decision anyway. Like, a lot of people want to blame Ray Tanner. As I mentioned, people haven't liked his, course of action as an athletic director. Pastides is the one that made him athletic director. And he's the one who on board with hiring Muschamp. So, it feels weird. I don't want to blame Tanner for all that, but not the person who put Tanner there, but okay. Again, I wasn't around USC before 2019. I hear a lot of people say, Pastides is great, but I'm just pointing out the facts that, he's the one that, resulted in that, which, I mean, looking back, a lot of people have issues with. I'm just pointing it out. And Caslen also hired Beamer, which, I mean, a lot of us are high on right now, but time will tell how that goes. Hopefully right. And also, he's been great at making himself available to all of the, all the students with having office hours on Green Street, which is the main hub on campus, pretty often, and he would have 6 a.m. workouts, which you would go to 10 of them, you get a presidential coin of excellence, at the gyms on campus, Tuesdays and Thursdays. But honestly, it just leads to the dangerous precedent of running in the face of adversity. And it just demonstrates that people, they, again, already opposed to Caslen, you're gone. Anytime you mess up slightly, you're gone. But regardless, Gamecock Nation just need to unite for once. But we never are. We need to unite and push ahead towards the future. And something else I realized during my prep work for this little spiel I gave, if you type in William McRaven into Google, you'll see an article pops up from the State, which is the Columbia area newspaper, which says, "He certainly doesn't owe me any apology," McRaven says of USC's Caslen after speech. And then retired Navy Admiral William McRaven said in a statement, "Bob Caslen, one of the finest and most honorable officers with whom I have ever served. I was flattered that he thought my words were worth repeating, and he certainly doesn't owe me an apology." So, there you go. Case in point. Just questioning. But, hot take, I know. I know a lot of people wanted Caslen gone, but, including Gilstrap, but I've been talking with Levi about this past few days, and he's also said that this is all very dumb. But yeah, that's all I got for today.
Hey, how's it going?
Having fun.
Yeah, way too much, but yeah.
Alright, it's a new day. It's Friday, May 14th, 2021. Before I get into the baseball series that can be starting up here shortly, I kind of want to briefly touch on the clip you just saw. Recorded a little bit of the rehearsal yesterday. Accidentally did it in slow-mo and loved how it turned out. So that's basically the gist of it. Just Jackson messing with the space-time continuum once again. Jackson gotta stop fooling around with that thing. In all seriousness, we got a free game baseball series against Kentucky this weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday at Kentucky. So I'm going to be watching it here shortly. In which today we're throwing out right-handed pitcher Brendan Jordan. Saturday we're throwing out right-handed pitcher Brett Carey. And then Sunday we're throwing out right-handed pitcher Thomas Farr. But the big move is Brett Carey starting on Saturday instead of Will Sanders, which Makes sense. Will Sanders hasn't been spinning the ball as great lately. Brett Carey has been doing great on the mound. And honestly, like, he's been our closer, and we haven't had an opportunity to use him because of our lack of offensive production. So we really need to be using him more than we are. Like, we can't be getting deep into series on Sunday and be like, Brett Carey has not thrown yet. I mean, it's a good issue we're having. It's a good issue we're having. We're having quality arms. It's a good issue we're having. So, yeah, we'll get to see Brett Carey get the start tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that, but... And for now, we got Brendan Jordan on the mound in roughly 2 hours. Something else I feel like I should mention before the game starts off is that earlier today, the NCAA announced the 20 potential host sites for the regionals in the postseason, and South Carolina was one of the 20 potential sites. That means going forward is that we have to get to that 16, 14, 17, 13 mark in conference play in order to really solidify that bid. All right, after 4-3 Carolina lead. It started off good. Of course, that first inning, putting up 4 runs in the top of the first, but bats have been fairly silent since then. Again, we've gotten some hits, but again, situational hitting hasn't been there past the first. And pitching, Brendan Jordan's been dancing, a few walks, a few base knocks in the bottom of the third, kept us out of damage, but yet our outfielders haven't been making plays. Seitler and Brady Allen, they didn't make catcher they should have. So 2 doubles, and that results in Kentucky scoring 3. But still got a 1-run lead. We gotta put some more on. All right, end of the 6th, 10-3 Carolina. Game's going great, and it's fun sitting here Friday, not, like, oh, we are down, we are losing. It is great. Situational hitting came back. We're scoring runs. And, pitching, Brendan Jordan didn't have his greatest outing, but it's amazing what you can do if you give a pitcher a lead. It's amazing. We got Danny Lloyd in right now. Yep, 3 innings left. Go win us a ball game. Feels good to be hearing this tune again on Friday night. Celebrating a 12-6 win over the Kentucky Wildcats. Obviously, hitting showed up. And something neat that we, really didn't live or die by the long ball today. We only scored the 1 home run right at the end to make it, the 12-6 game. But yeah, take that away, we win 11-6. And honestly, the game just goes to show, like, if your hitting shows up, your pitchers don't need to be perfect. Because our pitchers weren't perfect. Especially in that bottom of the 7th when they were sloppy and gave up, 3 runs on, hit by pitches, walks, just wild pitches, the whole works. But, it feels nice to not have our backs against the wall for once and, we can just, go out there and, we'll chance to clinch the series tomorrow. But let's just have us a night. All right, it's Saturday morning or afternoon, 20 minutes before the game starts, and it's feeling good that, only one team can lose the series today, and it's not Carolina. But before the game, I feel like I want to address some more about the new plate approach that we had yesterday, which, productivity over power, not necessarily, relying on the long ball. What Brady Allen had to say about it in the post game, it's awesome. It shows all the hard work we put into with the coaching staff and putting together a new plan at the plate. We're all on board with it 100%. In baseball, you can't just learn something new and apply it instantly. It takes a bunch of time, so stick with us. I'm almost positive this isn't a fluke. Hopefully this will be the new Gamecock offense. All right, after 1-0 Carolina lead. Start off with the pitching. Brett Carey doing Brett Carey things as expected. Putting up 0 spots, putting up Ks. Basically everything you want Brett Carey to be doing right now, he's doing. And then hitting, we could be doing better, but, still got a lot of ball game to come up. Hopefully, we score more than run this whole game. All right, after 6-0 Gamecocks. Brett Carey has been on fire tonight. 60-ish pitches for 6 innings. Only giving up 1 hit. So not a no-hitter, but he's been on fire. And, bats have, they've been decent. Except Andrew Eister went Oppo Taco Grand Slam. So yeah, things are going well. All right, what a game that was. Gamecocks getting the dub, 9-0, taking the series in Game 2, looking for the sweep tomorrow. Things are looking great. A lot of patient, deliberate at-bats, a lot of walks and a lot of hit-by pitches, You're taking advantage of the mistakes, getting on plate. And then, we finally made them pay with Andrew Eister, home run, grand slam, Oppo Taco. And then Brett Carey had a freaking day. A complete game, complete 9 innings pitched, 4 hits, no runs, no walks, 10 strikeouts, 94 pitches, 6 of them were strikes. Oh, now he has a 1.8 ERA. Incredible. And very efficient, just dealing all game, from catch out back with, like a father and son. For complete game shutout since Will Crow in the 2014 regionals. And, looking really good going tomorrow getting the sweep. We got Farr starting. Sanders is fresh out of the bullpen. And Peters only threw 10 pitches yesterday. So, yeah, let's get it. Look for the series sweep tomorrow and get right back into the hosting conversation. All right, it is Sunday morning, May 6th, 2021. We got a series to sweep today against Kentucky. And got a good feeling about this. Brett Carey gave us that complete game yesterday. Tip your cap off to him, but because he gave us that complete game, our bullpen is locked and ready and loaded and ready to go. We got Thomas Farr starting, and we got Will Sanders fresh out of the bullpen, and Andy Peters only picked 10 pitches on Friday night. So we're ready to go, ready and raring. Let's go beat Kentucky. All right, after 3, Carolina leads 3-0. Hitting wasn't really there the first 2 innings. Kind of just got guys on with walks and left them stranded. But we started off the third inning with a single from Khalil, and then RBI double from Eister, and then followed up with a bomb from Seitler to get a 3-0 lead. And Thomas Farr seemed to be settling down after having to dance around some initial damage, which is great. Yep, Cox lead 3-0 at the bottom after 3. Thomas Farr finally has some run support, and let's see if he finally gets an SEC win. The first of his career, because it has been long overdue. All right, after 6, 7-3, Gamecocks still leading. Got a little bit shaky in the bottom of the 6th. Outfielders decide not to catch a fly ball to result in a triple. And then, things just got a little shaky, resulting in, Kentucky scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th. But, we put on some more runs. We got the bases loaded, a sac fly, and then we had a sac fly, and then a Wes Clark double, and then Wimmer fast, and the inning after that. But 7-3, got 3 innings left, and now Peters is on the bump. So look at it, got a series to sweep. Now don't mind me here, just doing a little bit of sweeping. Gamecocks get the sweep over the Kentucky Wildcats with an 11-6 win, first sweep in Lexington since 2002. So, yep, good day. One of the stories of the weekend was Andrew Eister. He was 8 for 12 this weekend, scoring 4 runs himself, batting in 9. So yeah, Andrew Eister had a hell of a weekend, including a grand slam in yesterday's game. And of course, Thomas Farr finally got an SEC win, which is nice to see because all season he's been pitching, great and well enough to do it, but he hasn't gotten it. But, we just did everything we needed to do. When we had 2 outs, we were hitting, we were scoring. When we didn't, we were hitting very situationally this weekend. Like, if guys were, able to be hit home, we hit them home most of the time. Whenever Kentucky, started to respond, maybe battle back, we, struck back. Everything we needed to do to get a big series win. I think we outscored them 32-9 or something like that. So yeah, we did everything we needed to do. Now we look towards, we have a midweek against App State on Tuesday, and then a big Thursday through Saturday series against Tennessee. Gonna be a good one. Our last little homestand before the SEC tournament and the NCAA tournament. So, been a good week. Yep, let's get it.